This is Margie, and we're gonna see some good. Obviously, behind me right now, aside from the dog that's running around happy about it, it is April and it is snowing and everything is covered. I woke up to a winter wonderland of white this morning, as did many people here in the upper Midwest. And so such is April, right? And so my see the good in this, you guys, is that when this all melts, it is going to be a blanket of green everywhere. And for that, I am very excited. So this too shall pass. The green will come, the greener pastures, the greener grass. It's all gonna come. There is gonna be green on the other side of this. So there is my very first see the good. Okay, next up. So if you saw my last see the good, we had a lot of people comment, and that was really fun. And a lot of people shared things that they're seeing and that they're doing that are good out there, you guys. And so I want you to comment about where you're watching from. I want you to comment with stories that you've seen. Feel free to direct message us some pictures and stories, because I want to keep sharing these. These are fun. First of all, Melissa Lucas has a daughter, and they are in Ohio, and they love FarmHer. So thank you for that. And her very favorite episode is Lexi Merrick. And Lexi worked with us a couple years ago, and she is a young woman here in Iowa who is one of my favorite people. I just love Lexi. So you're gonna love this episode and Lexi and her pig, Philip.
Thanks for coming, see
Yeah.
Philip.
Yeah, Philip the pig.
Philip the pig.
Is he ready? Ready
Philip
for the day?
Pig is ready. He keeps chewing on my feet.
So what is it about Philip that makes him a show pig? You know, what are the things that the judges look for when you're out there?
Yeah, so especially compared to production, show pig is all about kind of showing off that ideal market hog. So you want to pack as much muscle as you can into them, but still have them move comfortably around the ring. And then there's just added things. So there's an angle of their shoulder that you want to hit so they can elevate their head and they look prettier. The bigger their feet are, the cooler they look, just because big feet are cool. And there's just different things. That's where their skin and hair comes into play. That's the angle of their hip. Philip has a really deep, or a wide top. He's got, we call it ditch back, so he's got some definition right here. You can truly see his muscle. His feet are big, and when he's on the move, which you guys will be able to see in the ring, he kind of just will glide across the ring. I hope he glides across the ring.
So Melissa's daughter loved Lexi's episode so much and just loves Lexi. And so she named her pig Philip last year. And then this year named it Merrick after Lexi's last name, because that is how much she just kind of looks up to Lexi. And there's a lot of young women around this country that look up to Lexi. I know that. And here's the other cool thing. Her daughter got to participate in a virtual stock show. So talk about making lemons where there's lemonade, right? These kids have worked so hard to raise these animals, and you know, the shows just closed. They just canceled. And so virtual stock shows. I love that idea. Okay, we're gonna take it to Delaware, okay? And in Delaware, I heard from Katie Evans, and Katie is the frozen FarmHer. And here's something funny. So am I right now. I'm making myself laugh, you guys, because I was out this morning and I had frost all over this hat, and it is, it's cold out here. It's like 23 degrees, okay? So I'm the frozen FarmHer too in Iowa, though, Katie. Just kidding. Katie has a farm, and she was on Shark Tank recently. Go, Katie. That's awesome. And her business, the Frozen FarmHer, is ice cream. And obviously they have a farm, and they do all kinds of things, and they have a store there. And obviously something like that, where you're in a retail business, has been hit hard, right, in this situation. And so she's taking this time to expand her relationships with grocery stores, which, you know, they're being hit hard too, but in the other direction, right? Like they have way more food being bought in grocery stores. So the things that Katie is doing to spread the good. Number one, she's taking ice cream to hospitals to give a sweet treat to the people who are working so hard to care for all of the sick people out there. And so I love that. Those are some lucky people. I appreciate that thought about spreading some sweet good out there, right? And the other thing I thought was interesting, they partnered up with a larger organization, and they had a chicken truckload sale. So they have chicken, and we have this problem across the food chain right now where farmers have product that needs to get to the plates, but there's so many parts and pieces in the food chain that are missing or working slower, and there's bottlenecks right now. And thinking of unique ways to get it to the customers. And so what they did is they partnered up to have this truckload sale of their chicken in their community, and they sold it at a very discounted price, way better than like throwing it out, right? If you can find an alternative like this. And so they got food, they got meat out to their community at a discounted price that helps all of the people who need food so desperately right now. And so cheers to Katie Evans for seeing the good and figuring out ways that the frozen FarmHer in Delaware can spread some of the good that they do to their community. So next up, I'm going to take it to Aubrey. You guys, Aubrey is the daughter of or the friend of my daughter, a friend of my daughter's. Oh my gosh. And Aubrey is, so she's, just a young girl, and her family lived in town for a number of years. Aubrey and her sisters and her parents just recently, in the last couple of years, moved out to the country. And Aubrey's mom was actually born on a farm and raised on a farm. And so it's been important to her. We're going to have barking wars going on here. And, Amiga, no. And so, Aubrey just recently got her first bottle calf, and I saw her parents share about it on Facebook, and I loved that story. You guys, if you ever want to see something good, just see a young girl taking care of an animal, caring for something way more than herself, and she's so excited. Aubrey's out there this morning, tonight, whenever, midday, taking care of Odie, the goats, the chickens, and these kids learn something so good through that. So there's a great life lesson that's seeing the good right now. I hope you can enjoy. Aubrey. Next up, Nicole Sowers from Iowa shared that her daughters also, despite all of this, are still out getting their calves, getting their animals ready for the fair. So we all got to have something to push for, something to hope for, right? Again, you know, in the theme of kids and livestock and something to focus on, it's really important for these kids right now. And, you know, this is something really good. This is something really good. So last, but most definitely not least, we're going to take it to Elizabeth Holland, who is somebody else that I met in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program. And she has a vet clinic, and that vet clinic is in a small town just outside of Des Moines here in central Iowa called Adel. And she and her husband have another business there called Iconic Apparel. And they are so heartbroken to see what's happening to all the businesses in their small town. And they have started something called Encourage Adel. And there's a hashtag, and then they put it out on social media. And what they're doing is they're printing t-shirts and stickers, and people in Adel can order those. And then the proceeds from the t-shirts and stickers go direct to that business, you guys. So they're helping businesses who've literally just been stopped dead in their tracks to have a little bit of income stream, because a little bit sometimes can go a long way. So I love that Encourage Adel, something to focus on your community and to try to bring some good to the people in your community during such a crazy time. So with that, remember that the grass is going to be greener on the other side of this. The grass is going to be greener. It really, really is. Remember to see the good. Find the silver lining. Find where the sun is poking through the clouds, because it's there.